we're gonna start off this vlog with a couple of unboxing for my setup. These current lights were sent to me for free to review. This video is not sponsored. You guys probably saw them in my last video. And being an animation student, the number one thing is being able to make your setup nice enough so that you can work there for hours from doing animation work, 3D modeling, and so on. These lights were also sent to me for free as well from this company called Moonbear. Again, this video is not sponsored. I'm a big sucker for RGB lights, especially when it makes my setup looks really nice, since this semester has been so painful. So anything to get some of that serotonin, dopamine vibe, lit me up. So these turn out to be super nice, and I'm just gonna relax for a little bit and eat a snack. I got sent another item for free from DXRacer. They sent me their new gaming chair. I think it's their gaming chair. It's actually their craft series chair, and it's actually a lot more comfortable than this bootleg one that I got on Amazon for a while now. That was super uncomfortable, and I can't wait to unbox it for you guys. Here's a little bit of my room and everything. I like to start off this vlog a little bit chaotic, and I forgot to introduce my name. I'm Carrie. I'm an animation student in community college, and this is a day in my life trying to do 3D animation homework and studying and taking notes. And we have the chair fully set up. It didn't take that long. My dad did help me out with it, but I did have to clean up my room after and get everything set up. This chair is a lot more comfortable than any chair that I've ever used, and I love the color scheme. I'm liking that a lot more companies are usually using the color scheme of pink and blue. And now to clean up the rest of my room and make up my bed. I'll show you guys more footage of the chair a little bit later on. Thanks again to DXRacer for sending me the chair. It has made this semester much easier to deal with, especially with my 3D modeling class. This class I've been giving me so much anxiety, mostly because it's a class where I feel like I don't understand anything, and I feel like I'm alone in that. It feels like everyone in the class is much more advanced in it than I am. But before I get into that, let's get some lunch. And this time I decided to make some soup myself. It wasn't the best, but I'm trying to get myself some energy before I start off the day. And I already took a shower. I didn't really get any cool b-roll of that, so I'm just getting ready, getting some shirts. And the shirt actually drew it. It's of Evie, and this is something that's in my shop, but my shop is currently not open right now. Reopening coming up soon, but I wanted to show you guys it, and it has my branding on it. And I'm getting ready for the day, even though I'm feeling super anxious and kind of depressed most of the time. I read it does wonders when you start off your day by making your bed, and this is me, and that's the camera that I use to film all of this. That's how I'm able to get a lot of cool angles. More info on that in another video. And I'm getting my soup, but I read that it does wonders when you're not feeling so well to make your bed, get ready, and to feel good externally, and it'll gradually seep in on the inside. And so that's what I did for today. I made soup and to get some energy out, and now my class is starting. This class I'm actually doing online for today. Normally I do this class in person, but today I decided to do it at home. I'm so thankful that I have such a great professor, because normally professors do not allow this. Thankfully, my 3D design professor does not care. I wanted to work from home on this today, since I'm actually trying to catch up on so many stuff in that class. I have Maya open right now. Maya is one of the leading industry in 3D modeling software. So it's like the most expensive version of Blender, and it's super difficult to learn. And right now I have open a scene that was supposed to be done the first couple of weeks of class, but I'm still working on it, on top of trying to catch up on the current assignment right now, which is modeling a plane scene. And so I'm still in the blueprint version of that assignment, and I'm still paying attention in class. I'm eating and I'm trying to multitask so many things at once, and I feel like I'm gonna crash, but I think I'm gonna accept the reality that I'm gonna have to take an L for this class, but I'm trying to take as much notes as possible, so that way it'll be much easier when I'm redoing the class. And I'm so sorry guys, I don't have any cool b-roll to show you guys of me working, since this is not a class that I'm proficient in. I'm taking notes on my iPad this time, since I'm using all my screen real estate to pay attention in class on top of trying to catch up, which is not the best idea actually. but I decided to take notes on my iPad. I'm still using OneNote. I already have my screenshots in there. I'm just adding extra notes from what the professor is saying, and I couldn't get a lot of close-up in since I'm not trying to show too much personal information of the teacher or any other student. So I try to get mostly wide angles or super close-up shots where I'm not revealing anybody's personal information. But my favorite note-taking software is OneNote because it syncs on everything. In my last vlog, I was taking notes on my display screen tablet, but for this vlog, I'm actually using it to watch the class lesson while I have Maya open up on another screen, and then on the left-hand side, I have Photoshop open for the plane model. I'm super behind, but I'm like, oh man, I should have went on campus that day for the class, but I feel so embarrassed for being so behind, and I feel like people walk around and see what I have. I don't even have textures in my room yet. Textures is basically a way for me to make the render look more realistic instead of all these blocky shapes you see right now. And right now, since I'm freaking out, I went in my Discord server, the Internet Artist Support Group, which you guys can join. By the way, as I was just responding to a couple people while I was in class, just to calm me down. Animation is a lot of work, and I've been thrown into so many different things, and I'm actually not a big fan of 3D modeling. I thought it was this whole other thing. I confused 3D modeling with sculpting. 3D modeling is all mathematics. You don't even need to use your pen. It's all done with the mouse and keyboard compared to sculpting, where you're actually like making something, which is something that we haven't really covered in class yet. But yeah, I'm kind of super frustrated. I don't know what's going on to even be able to explain what you guys are seeing right now. So here's a quick snack break, but I'm still trying to figure out. Class is over. I'm going back into some of the previous re-recorded lesson. Again, this professor is amazing. A lot of professors don't have their lessons pre-recorded, even though they should. Oh, well, not they should, because, you know, it's college. Professors can do whatever they want. But I'm so thankful this professor does, and I'm going back in the assignment where, at the beginning of the assignment, where the professor assigned the plane assignment. Oh man, I said assignment so many times. Man, there's so much for me to catch up on. But I'm trying my best to do the plane modeling. So the professor emphasized how important it is to have the plane models ready in Photoshop, so that way you can separate them much better in Maya, and that's what I'll be doing for the rest of this video, since that was super complicated to do. Even though I've used Photoshop before, but I was trying to follow it to a T and make sure everything lines up perfectly, since I don't want to have such a hard time modeling in Maya, since I already had a hard time modeling the room in the first place and I couldn't fully turn it in. And let me take a deep breath. And ladies and gents, this is why I like to work at home most of the time when I'm super anxious like this, because having a panic attack at school is not very fun compared to having it at home, where I have all my lights, I have like my stuffed animals. As silly as all of this may sound, it keeps the introverted me sane, and I'm able to work through the tasks a little bit easier. But I must say, I did go on campus a couple of times to get some help on the 3D modeling work, and I had to ask for help for every step of the way because I was so confused, and that made me feel more ashamed, even though nobody made me feel that way. It's just coming internally, my insecurities and my anxieties, and it's hard to shake because in 3D modeling, we don't have any textbooks for this class. I really wish it was a textbook. And when I Google stuff like topology and edge loops, because sometimes I model things, I think, oh, this looks fine in this view, and then I press 3 and then everything just looks droopy, and I can't even explain to you guys what that means, because I'm still struggling why the thing I model in this doesn't render out right, because it's just frustrating trying to Google every single definition and then rotoscoping, and I'll figure it out, but maybe not in this vlog, since I'm still trying to make sure I get this assignment right. I'm like, a plane should be much easier to model than a room, but maybe I'm wrong, since I struggle so much with the room. and I'm trying to get it right. And hopefully this is relatable for anyone else doing animation, because this thing is not a walk in the park. And that's why I invest so much into like my setup and things, and things that are externally that I can control a little bit more than this until I get the hang of it. Maybe when I look back in later on when I can model some cool things, I'll be happy. But for now, I'm kind of stressed. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.